Hey there, garden friends. It's Heather at Bush Poppy Farm. There's some craziness going on with the bees today. They swarmed again, and I am just getting back. I had to run home really quick to get parts for the second hive, but I really don't know what's going on right now, so I'll show you what's happening in front of me here. Okay, so they are going like crazy around the hive again. So this morning we looked up and this was happening, and it's really loud. And we watched a whole bunch of them swarm up to the top of this tree. So we watched a whole bunch of them swarm up to the top of this tree, this oak tree, and now it's gone. That's such a bummer. I'll try to insert a video here, or at least a photo here, so you can see right in this area right here, there was a giant swarm, just of them, a bunch of them hanging there, hundreds, and now it's gone. I don't know where it went. I want to find it so we can collect it and set up a new hive. There's a ton of bearding going on at this hive right now, so I'm not sure exactly what that means. Like I said, I'm totally new at this. My mentor is coming out to help. I was hoping we could collect that swarm, but it's gone now, so I don't know where they went. I'm really unhappy about that. I don't know, maybe we can find them if we look around, but I thought they would hang out up there, maybe because it's super windy, they didn't feel safe. But I want to find it so that we can set them up in the new hive, because I have another complete hive. I went home briefly just to grab the bottom and the top pieces so that we could set the whole thing up. Yeah, it's crazy. They've swarmed twice in 2 weeks. I think they might be at it again. We yesterday added the honey super on top. Yep, they're swarming again. But when we investigated the hive, it was so packed with bees, like thousands and thousands of bees, and a whole bunch, thousands of bees that had not yet hatched out of their brood cells. So I think this is another swarm. There's just not enough space in there. The queen that was in there was so productive that basically she made it just a giant hive full of tons and tons of bees. And so now they have to split their population so that they can survive. You can see how they are bearding a bit on the outside here because they're getting hot in there. And these guys up here, oh, there's the swarm again. This is like a favorite place for them to come. I can't get any closer with the camera. So now I'm going to go to the bait box and see if maybe they have found it over there. So here's the bait box. Absolutely nothing happening here. So clearly they're not coming here. Having major issues with my camera today, and it's really making me mad. I keep recording things and then realizing it's not recording. Maybe it's time to get a real camera instead of using my phone. Okay, so let me redo everything that I just did. We're going into the greenhouse right now. It's been real hot, and so I need to hit everything in here with some water. I've got the bouquet in a box and the curated sunflower collections ready for everybody to pick up. So let me turn the camera around and I'll show you what's going on here. Here are the bouquet in a box, and actually this one also has the sunflowers in it. A whole variety of sunflowers. You can see how big they are. In the bouquet in a box, people are getting coreopsis and aster, 2 types of zinnias. We've got the giant ones as well as the Oklahoma series. They're getting cosmos, which you can see some of them are already starting to bloom, and scabiosa and agastaki and rudbeckia. Just a whole collection, even ornamental grass. So a whole bunch. There's 15 pots in there. So I have clients coming to pick those up. today and tomorrow. This one's already blooming in its pot. And then the sunflower collections are similar. There are 10 in these collections. They're not all different. They're getting a couple of repeats, but these are all branching varieties. So they'll get lots and lots of blooms off of these. We also have soil blocks galore. Griffin is starting a ton of seeds. We've got them up top here and also down here. Because we got so hot over the last couple of days, we were in the 90s Fahrenheit. What is that? Upper 30s Celsius. We moved some stuff down here to keep it in the shade because it just was so hot. So all of these are still seedlings that I had from the seedling sale. Not sure what I'm going to do with all of them yet. I will plant some more out somewhere. But yeah, maybe I'll do a donation. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Then back here, we have seedlings that are ready to go in the ground. They're mostly zinnias. There's also some celosia and some ornamental grasses and gomphrena and amimagus and stuff. But basically all I'm doing is waiting on finishing up these beds. I had to order extra couplers because the ones I had were too big. So those should be arriving today or tomorrow, and I'll get the irrigation finished and then lay down the extra fertilizer and put the seedlings in the ground. So those will be ready to go. And then over here, because we harvested most of the lilies, these are different varieties, so they are a little bit behind, which is fine. We'll have more flowers. I put peppers. So this, I think, is going to be a great place to grow peppers. I haven't had much luck at home growing peppers. Even though we get hot, we don't stay consistently hot for what the peppers want. So I think in this greenhouse, they're going to do great. So we'll see. I don't know if there's anything else going on that I wanted to share with you other than we've got lots of zucchini coming along. Here's a good one right there. Just wait for a couple more inches, but each one of these zucchini plants has fruit on it. So I need to start putting together some of my favorite recipes and get ready for it. And then this is borage, but it's white borage. I didn't even know that there was such a thing, and I planted this from seed, so I really like it. It's so pretty. And the cosmos still going crazy. Marigolds blooming. This bed down here, though, just so much more dense than the one up top. But that's all right. It'll expand. It'll keep growing. Big marigolds here. Look how pretty those are. The bees certainly are loving it. Hello, little one. All right, and then the liatris is coming up. I need to do big fertilization. I've got vermicompost tea as well as calcium that I'm going to put in the backpack sprayer this evening when the sun is lower and it's cooler, and spray everything down, feed it. And then I have my hoe, both my stirrup hoe and my collinear hoe, and I'm going to tackle all the weeds because, I mean, it's not too bad, but they're copping up everywhere, and especially in the beds. Where they're in the beds, they gotta go. So I'm gonna get on that today as well. Now that they've swarmed again, the rest of the hive is just doing their thing. It's a super healthy hive. The first queen was extremely prolific. There are so many frames of unhatched brood in there and lots of virgin queen cells that haven't hatched yet either. So pretty crazy. This hive is extremely productive. Not as much honey because they need that to survive right now. There's so many of them. So we put on an extra box on the top, a honey super, so that maybe they can produce some. I'm not worried about not harvesting honey this year. I just want them to have it over the winter so they can sustain the hive and stay strong and healthy. So there's probably a little bit of confusion as you're watching this video. The bee portions are over the course of 2 days, yesterday and today. Because yesterday they swarmed, and then we did an inspection of the hive, and it was super healthy. It looks great. There's tons of bees in there and tons of unhatched bees. And so then we put on the honey super, so they have extra room and to continue to spread. But then this morning, as soon as it got warm, they swarmed again. And I showed you that. So throughout the video, you've seen 2 days worth of swarm activity. But there's still tons and tons of bees left in the hive. The only sad thing is that apparently the chances of swarms surviving in the wild is like, I think my mentor said it's like 20%. So that's kind of sad that we couldn't capture them. They're way too high up in a tree. There was no way you could even get to it. You would need a cherry picker, one of those trucks that has like the bucket that goes up, because they were just way too high, even with a ladder. So there was nothing we could do. All I can do is hope that they do well. Oh, and I have a customer coming in. I'll be right back. So that was Mike and the kids pulling up, which was great. It was a nice little surprise. He had taken them up to the city to get haircuts, and they had lunch in the city, and then they were coming back by, and I'm on the way home, so they stopped in. We're gonna arrange a work day out here pretty soon with the whole family, because I do need some help getting some stuff done. And then I got 2 more of my wonderful clients came through and picked up their stuff, and it's just always such a pleasure to meet these folks face to face. You know, after I email and make deliveries and stuff, and we never get a chance to meet, and then being able to meet them in person is just, it's a real joy. And so that was a lovely afternoon. So now I'm going to head home. I have a lot of knitting to do to get these socks done for the book, Goddess Knits, that I'm doing with Donna Dracunis. Actually, I will try to put a link to that where you can buy that, pre-order it. It's coming out in the fall, in October. We've already released 6 patterns, and we're gonna have a knit along this summer with 2 of the sock patterns that are coming out in June. So it's one of those sock patterns that I have to finish knitting because I'm gonna get the photography done. So I'm gonna do that this afternoon. I'm gonna go home, take a shower, take some medication for my migraine, and sit and knit and enjoy my afternoon watching probably YouTube or something on Netflix. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and yesterday, since this is a double day video. I hope you have a wonderful time in your own garden, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.